Kody Brown approaches filming as a paycheck while David Woolley participates for love. Yet the real question arises, what truly happened to the money? Insider chatter is rife with rumors suggesting Kody may have been seeing red and possibly venting frustration at Coyote Pass. Sources claim that while Kody was negotiating aggressively for every cent he could claim, David Woolley reportedly took his entire TLC wedding special salary and donated it. But it isn't merely that he gave it away. The recipients of his generosity are what have fans buzzing. Could David have executed the ultimate power move by directing those funds toward a cause that directly opposes Kody's values? Leaks, speculation, and behind-the-scenes reports are all converging into a story TLC may prefer to keep under wraps. Before diving into this explosive revelation which could reshape our understanding of the financial dynamics on Sister Wives, let me ask you, if you're rooting for David and admire a man standing up for Christine, hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Sister Wives crew with notifications on, because this story is far from over. To understand why this rumor is so incendiary, it's crucial to examine the financial tensions simmering behind the Flagstaff scenes. For years, Kody and Robyn maintained a lifestyle that seemed disproportionate to their income. Rolex watches, high-end jewelry, countless collectibles, and a nanny on payroll. Despite Robyn not working outside the home, painted a picture of excess. Funded largely by the family pot, the combined earnings of Mary, Janelle, and Christine. But that era is long gone. With the original trio gone and the family pot dissolved, Kody and Robyn now rely mainly on their own dwindling resources and TLC paychecks. Reality TV contracts are no longer as generous as they once were. With the fractured family dynamic, individual negotiations are required. Kody, absent the other wives' drama, risks losing bargaining power with the network. The show has become his financial lifeline, keeping creditors at bay and funding the upkeep of Coyote Pass. Every camera roll represents a potential payday away to cover property taxes, purchase artwork, and maintain appearances. Enter David Woolley. From the moment he appeared, the dynamic shifted. Unlike Kody, who depends on the cameras for income, David is a self-made businessman with a successful drywall construction company and significant assets. He doesn't need reality TV, fame, or financial assistance. When TLC announced the wedding special, the focus was on Christine's story, giving her and David leverage for negotiations. While David is private and reluctant to film, he agreed to participate for Christine, prioritizing her wishes over his own comfort. The wedding special came with a substantial paycheck, tens of thousands of dollars, possibly more given the hype and ratings. For Kody, David's presence on screen is already a challenge to his ego. Knowing that David earned a significant sum would be infuriating. But rumor has it that David did something remarkable. He allegedly refused to deposit the check. He didn't buy a truck, vacation, or jewelry. Instead, he allegedly donated the money. This act represents a unique statement. In the wealthy world, there is having money and being free from the need for money. By rejecting the funds, David is making a moral and ethical declaration Kody can never match. Imagine Kody, consumed with financial anxiety and scheming to secure every dollar, while David treats the same sum as disposable. It's a clash of values, greed versus generosity, survival versus principle. The controversy intensifies when considering where the donation allegedly went. Reports suggest the funds were directed to organizations aiding women and children escaping abusive polygamous communities, a direct opposition to Kody's long-standing advocacy of plural marriage. For Kody, a man who has spent decades normalizing polygamy on national television, this would be a symbolic and ideological blow, turning his own show's proceeds into tools for dismantling the system he promoted. David's motivation is clear. He honors Christine's past struggles, while providing tangible support to those in similar circumstances. By channeling the wedding special money to these causes, he transforms the profits of Christine's former suffering into empowerment and liberation. In contrast, Kody and Robyn's approach to money has been self-centered, lavish spending on luxury and maintenance with little public generosity. The stark contrast between the couples highlights values and priorities. Kody prioritizes material wealth, David prioritizes people. The insider buzz also points to Robyn's heightened concern. As the one managing the family's finances, she would feel the sting of this narrative. Kody's dependence on TV money, combined with David's philanthropic gesture, paints a vivid picture of morality versus self-interest. It's a clear demonstration of David's character and integrity. Fan reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. Online communities hail David as a hero, celebrating his generosity while criticizing Kody's greed. Memes and social commentary position David as the moral victor, highlighting the contrast in values between the two men. Adult brown children, some of whom maintain relationships with David, also see the implicit message he supports freedom and ethical behavior, in contrast to their father's manipulative tendencies. If this story gains mainstream attention, it could significantly shift the show's narrative, forcing TLC to reckon with David's autonomy and Kody's diminishing moral authority. The rumor alone challenges traditional reality TV dynamics where exploitation is common. David, by redirecting the proceeds, converts a system built on personal drama into one promoting social good. From a financial standpoint, reality TV salaries are substantial. A wedding special check could range from high 5 figures to 6 figures. For David to redirect such funds underscores his financial independence and his commitment to values over personal gain. It simultaneously exposes the long-standing financial inequities within the Brown family, highlighting Kody's pattern of funneling earnings into his own and Robin's luxuries, often at the expense of working wives. David's approach demonstrates a radically different philosophy: money as a tool for positive impact, rather than personal accumulation. Kody's attempts to monetize everything from show appearances to cameo videos contrast sharply with David's charitable actions, reinforcing the narrative of hero versus antagonist. The moral high ground David claims is undeniable. He elevates integrity above ego and generosity above greed. The charity choice also carries symbolic significance, supporting survivors of polygamy, single mothers, and women escaping abusive environments directly challenges Kody's worldview and validates Christine's journey. It reinforces the notion that real respect and legacy are earned through actions, not accumulation of wealth or power. Critics may dismiss this as rumor, but it aligns perfectly with known behaviors and patterns. David's generosity, independence, and devotion to Christine contrast sharply with Kody's obsession with money, control, and image. Even if some details are unverified, the emotional truth resonates. David's choices embody integrity, while Kody's actions emphasize self-interest. In conclusion, this alleged donation exemplifies a moral victory over greed. David Woolley has turned reality TV money into a force for good, highlighting the differences between character and narcissism, philanthropy and selfishness. Kody's legacy of materialism and manipulation is juxtaposed against David's ethical leadership and genuine care for people. If true, this narrative represents a defining moment, a quiet, powerful victory of values over vanity, generosity over greed, and love over legacy. Kody Brown films for the paycheck. David Woolley films for love. But what actually happened to the money? Rumors are buzzing right now, and insiders claim Kody Brown might be seeing red, possibly even punching walls at Coyote Pass. While Kody allegedly haggled over every penny he could grab from TLC, David reportedly took his entire wedding special paycheck and gave it away. But here's the kicker: it's not just that he gave it away, it's where he allegedly donated it that has fans in absolute uproar. Did David pull the ultimate power move by sending the money to a cause that stands directly against everything Kody believes in? We've got a check leak theory, insider reactions, and the story TLC probably wants buried. But before we unpack this bombshell, if you're Team David and love seeing a man step up for Christine, hit that like button. It helps spread the truth to more fans. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Sister Wives Crew with notifications on. This tea is piping hot, and you don't want to miss a single drop. Let's set the stage. To understand why this rumor is so explosive, we need to look at the behind-the-scenes financial war happening in Flagstaff. For years, Kody and Robin lived a lifestyle that, frankly, doesn't add up on paper. Rolexes, David, your jewelry, endless precious moments, figurines filling the mansion, a mysterious nanny on the payroll, even though Robin doesn't work outside the home. For a long time, their funding came from the family pot, the combined income of Mary, Chanel, and Christine, who hustled with side jobs, MLM sales, and filming the show, only to funnel it into Kody's control. But that era is over. The OG3 are gone, the family pot is shattered, and Kody and Robin now rely solely on their dwindling resources and TLC checks. Reality TV contracts aren't what they used to be. Without the other wives, Kody's value drops. He needs the show. He needs the wedding special money. To him, the show is a lifeline. Every camera roll is a chance to pay off property taxes, buy art, or survive another month. Enter David Woolley. Unlike Kody, David didn't need the cameras. He owns a successful business, has assets, and a life outside of reality TV. He's financially stable and joined the wedding special for one reason: Christine. His presence instantly shifted the dynamics and the paycheck war began. Kody is used to being the center of everything, but David operates differently. He didn't need the money, the fame, or the spotlight. And when the wedding special check arrived, the rumor goes that David didn't cash it. He didn't use it for personal gain. Instead, he allegedly turned it into a charitable act, possibly targeting an organization that supports women and children escaping abusive polygamous communities. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. The very money Kody craves, the money he probably begged TLC for, may have gone directly against his ideology. He built a career promoting plural marriage, and David allegedly took that same money to help women escape the system Kody represents. Poetic, right? Shakespearean even. David's alleged donation isn't just generosity, it's a statement. He's not Kody 2.0, he's showing he doesn't need the fame or fortune. He's using the money for impact, not ego. And if true, this move completely undermines the narrative Kody and Robyn have tried to sell for years, that anyone dating their ex-wives is a gold digger or fame seeker. This is where the rumor explodes. It's not just about giving away money, it's about where it went. If David's check funded an anti-polygamy charity, it's ideological warfare, a slap in the face to Kody's entire worldview. To grasp the full impact of David's alleged donation, we need to examine Kody's financial track record. For years, Coyote Pass was meant to be the family legacy, a place for all the wives and children to gather. Instead, it became a monument to Kody's mismanagement. Property records show repeated struggles to pay off loans on the lots. Chanel, the family's financial whiz, even cashed out her 401k to keep things afloat. Meanwhile, Kody funneled money into a mansion for Robyn, complete with luxury art, jewelry, and collectibles. While some wives were living modestly or in trailers, Kody and Robyn enjoyed the high life, financed by the labor and earnings of the other wives. David enters the picture and sees this immediately. He recognizes the financial abuse Christine endured, contributing to a pot she could never access. So, when David allegedly takes his wedding special paycheck and donates it, he isn't just giving away money. He is rejecting the entire system Kody built. Kody's philosophy is hoard and control, while David's is enough to share and empower. Contrast the two, Kody scrambles to maintain relevance, chasing spin-offs, cameo videos, and reality TV drama. Every move is transactional, nothing for free, nothing out of kindness. Relationships, too, are measured by obedience and profitability. Meanwhile, David quietly gives, uplifts, and supports, proving generosity can be far more powerful than greed. Even the nanny situation highlights this contrast. Christine raised the children with little help, while Robyn suddenly had a nanny and financial perks. Kody found money for Robyn's desires but hesitated to cover Isabel's surgery. Now, David allegedly takes a massive paycheck and gives it away, prioritizing people over property, care over control. If true, David's action also exposes Robyn. She has been positioned as the moral center, the empathic peacemaker. Yet, while Kody hoards and scrambles, David distributes funds to causes that align with values of justice and compassion. It's a visual and ethical contrast the public can't ignore. Kody and Robyn consume, David and Christine contribute. Fan reaction has been immediate and intense. Across Reddit, TikTok, and Facebook, David is hailed as Saint David, the hero protecting and uplifting, while Kody is mocked as the Grinch of the narrative. Memes compare the two in stark terms, David as the giver, Kody as the taker. The storyline resonates because it validates what longtime viewers have sensed. The moral center of the story has shifted. David's alleged donation also serves as a lesson in character. Respect is earned through actions, not demanded. Kody may shout and claim authority, but David demonstrates integrity by turning a paycheck into a lifeline for others. This is especially poignant if the donation went to organizations helping women leave polygamous systems, directly supporting those who were once in Christine's position. It's a powerful message to fans, the public, and the Brown family alike. David's move highlights the failure of Kody's system, elevates David's moral authority, and strengthens his bond with Christine and even the adult Brown children. He is showing them what a responsible, ethical patriarch looks like, one who protects and provides not just for his family, but for the community. Meanwhile, Kody is left scrambling. The network may be watching closely, realizing David can't be manipulated in the same way Kody can. TLC relies on drama, but if David's generosity becomes public, it reshapes the narrative. Kody is no longer the central figure of admiration, but the target of critique. His obsession with money and control stands in stark contrast to David's quiet integrity. In essence, this alleged donation is more than charity, it's a weapon, a statement, and a moral victory rolled into one. It exposes Kody's flaws, elevates David's character, and shifts the story from reality TV spectacle to a discussion about values, integrity, and genuine care. The fan reaction to this alleged donation has been nothing short of explosive. Across Reddit threads, TikTok videos, and Facebook groups, viewers are praising David Woolley as a hero, some even calling him Saint David. Memes comparing David as the generous, moral figure versus Kody as the greedy, self-serving patriarch have gone viral. The contrast is striking and fans can't get enough. Many see this as a form of poetic justice. For years, viewers watched Christine endure financial and emotional strain under Kody's leadership. She contributed to the family pot while Kody and Robin enjoyed luxuries on her labor. Now, the narrative has flipped. The man Christine chose as her partner takes the money earned from her previous struggles and turns it into a tool for empowerment rather than profit. It's validation for the audience that good can come from past pain. This isn't just about money. It's about values. David allegedly donated to a charity specifically helping women and children escape polygamous or abusive systems, directly challenging the lifestyle Kody promoted on television. If true, it is an act that exposes Kody's hypocrisy while highlighting David's integrity. The donation reinforces the moral message: generosity and care trump greed and control. The ripple effect on the Brown family is likely massive. Insider reports suggest Kody and Robin are in a precarious financial position, with unpaid taxes and looming debts. Meanwhile, David's alleged action removes a potential leverage point from the network and positions him as a figure of admiration. It demonstrates that money doesn't have to fuel conflict, it can foster healing. Fans are dissecting every detail. They note how David's approach contrasts sharply with Kody's transactional mindset. Every financial move Kody makes is seen as self-serving. Every charitable gesture attributed to David is seen as selfless and principled. The comparisons in fan forums are relentless. David uplifts, Kody hoards. David empowers, Kody controls. David gives, Kody takes. This narrative has reignited discussions about the ethics of reality TV. The genre often thrives on exploitation, turning personal trauma into entertainment. The Browns were no exception. Audiences witnessed emotional breakdowns, familial tension, and even marital strain for the sake of ratings. But David's alleged donation flips that script. He transforms a paycheck derived from exposure and drama into a tool for healing, turning exploitation into empowerment. Even the adult Brown children are part of the conversation. Many have publicly embraced David, sharing holidays and moments with him. If he donated the money to support women escaping abusive polygamous situations, he sends a powerful message to them. He respects their freedom, condemns the system that hurt them, and exemplifies ethical leadership. It's parenting through principle rather than control. The timing of the leak is also noteworthy. Discussions about the next season are heating up, and this rumor ensures that viewers remain engaged. Whether it came from someone close to David, a TLC insider, or a fan source leak, it keeps the conversation alive. It simultaneously strengthens David's reputation while undermining Kody's image. Fans are eagerly awaiting Kody's response or lack thereof. The situation also highlights the strategic potential for TLC. Networks thrive on fan engagement, and the contrast between Kody and David is a storyline goldmine. Editors can juxtapose David's generosity with Kody's obsession over money, amplifying the moral narrative without scripting a single word. The audience is already invested in this hero-villain dynamic, and the alleged donation is the catalyst that fuels it. At its core, this story transcends reality TV drama. It's a lesson in character and morality. David's alleged decision to give away his paycheck demonstrates that integrity cannot be bought. Kody may command respect through fear, control, or wealth, but David earns it through action, generosity, and ethical consistency. Fans respond to authenticity, and this narrative positions David as the embodiment of it. Ultimately, the donation rumor represents more than a financial maneuver. It is a moral statement, a narrative pivot, and a public rebuke of Kody's lifestyle. It is the moment where the audience sees who truly values people over property, action over ego, and generosity over greed. It's why the online conversation is so fervent. The story resonates on a human, emotional, and ethical level, turning the focus to Kody and Robin. The alleged donation has likely thrown them into turmoil. Kody has spent years meticulously constructing his image as the patriarch of the family, controlling the narrative both on screen and behind the scenes. But if David truly redirected a paycheck to a charity opposing polygamous abuse, it's more than just a financial slight, it's an ideological challenge. Kody's worldview, which centers on wealth, power, and control, is being publicly contradicted. Robin, in particular, may feel the impact acutely, as the partner who benefits most directly from Kody's accumulation of resources. This alleged act exposes her role in a system where generosity is optional and greed is rewarded. Insider reports suggest she monitors fan discussions and online forums, meaning she is fully aware of how David is being celebrated. While she and Kody face mounting scrutiny, every comment praising David is a mirror reflecting what she is not. Meanwhile, Kody's reactions are predictable given his history. Sources indicate he is stressed about finances, constantly worried about maintaining the Coyote Pass estate, and desperate to keep the sister wives' narrative in his favor. The idea that David could take his money and give it away challenges the very foundation of Kody's self-perception that he is indispensable, powerful, and the center of attention. The network, too, faces a dilemma. TLC thrives on drama and audience engagement, but David's silent act of generosity disrupts the usual hierarchy. Editors and producers rely on Kody as a polarizing figure, someone whose ego and financial anxieties fuel storylines. If David's alleged donation becomes widely verified, it shifts the narrative. Kody is no longer just a central character, he's a foil to a real-life hero. TLC cannot ignore this. The network now has to balance storytelling with authenticity, a tricky proposition when reality intersects with moral action. The long-term implications for the show are significant. The traditional sister-wives formula focusing on conflicts between wives and patriarchal control is fracturing. Christine and David, portrayed as independent and ethical, are now setting a new standard for conduct, while Kody and Robin's behavior appears increasingly selfish and outdated. This contrast may guide future seasons, whether intentionally or organically, as audiences gravitate toward stories of empowerment rather than manipulation. From a financial perspective, the donation also exposes the inequities within the Brown family. Over the years, Kody has amassed wealth and assets largely at the expense of his wives' contributions. Christine, Mary, and Janelle invested time, energy, and money into the family system, often without equitable return. David's alleged redistribution of his earnings is a symbolic repudiation of that system. It's not just philanthropy, it's a public statement highlighting years of imbalance. And it's impossible for Kody to respond without undermining himself. Fans have latched onto this contrast with enthusiasm. Social media conversations frame David as a protective figure, a man of integrity who values impact over accumulation. Kody, in turn, is portrayed as the embodiment of greed and ego-driven decision-making. This dichotomy energizes the audience, creating a narrative that is both emotionally satisfying and morally clear. The storyline validates viewers' long-held frustrations with Kody while offering a clear win in David's favor. Moreover, the impact on the adult Brown children cannot be overstated. David's alleged charitable act models ethical behavior and sets a precedent for how to navigate familial and financial conflicts. It demonstrates that wealth can be used responsibly, and that ethical decision-making matters more than blind loyalty or adherence to a patriarchal system. The symbolic weight of this action reinforces the shift in influence from Kody to David within the family dynamic. The rumor also functions as a subtle critique of the media machinery surrounding reality television. Producers and networks profit from drama, conflict, and personal exposure. David's decision, if accurate, subverts the system. It transforms revenue from personal exploitation into communal empowerment. This narrative reframes the story from a tale of manipulation and monetary obsession into one of moral courage, providing a compelling contrast to the usual tropes of reality TV. Ultimately, this alleged donation is more than a financial move, it is a cultural and ethical statement. It reframes the power dynamic, positions David as a hero in public perception, and exposes the fragility of Kody's constructed persona. The story resonates because it operates on multiple levels. It is about money, morality, family dynamics, and social justice. It challenges viewers to consider who they respect and why, and it makes clear that actions, not status, define character. Fans are watching closely, waiting for confirmation and anticipating Kody's reaction. His potential response or lack thereof will only amplify the narrative contrast. Every day the rumor circulates, the moral and financial dichotomy becomes more entrenched. Kody's self-image, already tied to wealth and control, is being quietly dismantled by David's alleged act of generosity.